Okay. Our next project we're going to do, and we're going to give you a few days to do this, uh, is going to be the Fast Food Nation one. And we'll probably work in the next week with this just so you don't rush you. And what we have here is, and this is just some examples, but basically, you're going to need to choose a restaurant that you have in mind, and you have to go to the official website and find the nutritional information. And so you're going to have to do a little bit of research, but have some fun. These are not the only restaurants you have to choose. But what we're going to do is, even though you might not order all these things on a lunch, we want some things to put into a spreadsheet. So you're going to need to select at whatever restaurant you choose a main course, side, beverage, and dessert. Okay, main course, side, beverage, and dessert. Now, don't get too hung up on details with what a dessert is and what a beverage is. A dessert can be a shake, a beverage can be a shake. Whatever. Don't worry about that. What we want is to have you choose things that have calories. Now, again, we're not saying that calories are the only bad thing. It's just an easy thing to kind of look at. We don't want you to choose a side that has apple or something that doesn't have a calories, or a Diet Coke doesn't have calories. We want you to choose calories. Don't just choose what you would do like a water. I'm just a sandwich, and I'm getting zeros in the other things. So we want you to choose things that have calories. If they don't, then you got to find a restaurant that will. Okay. And we've never had problems. People just got to, you got to dig deep and look for things. Calories. Once we do this, the calories from fat, we're going to ask you to do some charts. So if you click on this link, it'll give you an example of a few charts. Now, these are very, very basic charts, but what you see is what you're going to set up is highlight fat calories versus calories for all four of your items. Now, again, this isn't the best example because Diet Coke has a 0, but I wanted to show you, see, this is 0, meaning it's not very fun and not cool to show. This is using your main item, the cheeseburger as the main item, fat versus non-fat calories. So this shows you fat versus non-fat for all of them. This is a kind of a percentage for your main item. And then this is a percentage for your total. And so I'll show you how we're going to go about doing those. You will set your chart up similar to this, and then I'll show you some examples where you have a heading and then you have these items. How to do formulas are here. You're going to be able to find calories. You're then going to be able to find fat calories on the nutritional aspect of it. Then you're going to do a formula to find non-fat. If I have 10 calories and 6 of them are fat, how many are non? 10 minus 6 is 4. Okay, so that's what we're subtracting. If you do percentage of fat, it'd be fat divided by the total calories to give you a percent. Okay, now when you get, and there's formulas right there, and I'll kind of walk through this. We're not going to do this step because we're not in class, and I don't want to show you all this, so you don't have to worry about writing a paper or anything like that. Okay, so if I have an example somewhere that I can show you. All right, let's say we're doing Panera Bread, and these are examples. I found these on the nutritional aspect items of the Panera Bread website online. We found the fat calories. Now, one of the things you might see in the nutritional site is they might say 360 calories, but it might say something different. And it might say something just as simple as grams. And so let's say it says 21 grams of fat, or it might say 21 G's. Okay, so what we will do is we will take 21 times 9 in your calculator, okay, and you will get 189. Okay, and that 189 is what that is. I'm not doing it in formulas. You don't have to show this work, okay? But what you do want to be able to do is be able to go to a website, and if it gives you calories, great. If it gives you fat calories, great. If it doesn't, and it gives you grams of fat, you know you just got to take 29 grams of fat equals 189. How do we figure that out? You figure it out by going 1 gram of fat equals, oops, they're not gonna let me do it, equal 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories. So you multiply 21 times 9 to get 189. Okay, so, and we would have showed you that in our class and on the board, but anyway. So remember, if you see grams, just multiply the 1 gram of fat times 9 calories. So how do I figure out non-fat? Again, we give you those formulas when we were looking at our, we give you those formulas in here in our charts. Okay, so it tells you how to do this. We will go equals, how many are non-fat? Total calories minus fat calories gives us non-fat. And then we format that down. Percentage of fat, and again, messing around with this too much. And then percentage of fat, again, they give you the formula, is the number of fat calories divided by the total calories. And you can format this into percent. You know, if it came up as a number, or if it came up with more decimals, then you just hit percent and it'll format it back down. Okay, and then you can get yourself totals, and again, make sure that you can, all this is easy to see, and you can auto sum down and make sure that you got a comma and all that good stuff. You can copy this formula down to your total. But anyway, that would be, and if you don't want any decimals, because it's not really numbers, there would be your totals, okay? And this would be how we would set up something that would make that we make our spreadsheets with. Then we will make our charts out of this. So this would be like what you do the day 1 or 2, you know, be able to set this all up. And then I'll show you, there'll be another video that will show you how to do the charts and show you some examples. Okay?